Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to, I don't even know which album review this is. This could be 5.
This is 5.
Be 6. Is this 5?
This is 5.
Last time we did the documentary 2. We forgot to mention that it was disc 1. But it was disc 1. And this is the documentary 2.5, disc 2. So much game. So much game. It was a big album with a lot of songs. And then we got just as big of an album. I think there's one less song on this, but just so much game in so little time after not hearing like a lot of game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm digging it.
I'm digging it too, man. There's 2 solid records. Well, like one record, but whatever. Like 2 solid parts to it. Different feels for both, I think. Tells a really good story. He goes into more personal stories. I haven't heard that from Game in a while, probably since documentary 1. It was so many different sides of Game that we got to see, which is fun when you see like the true sides of an artist. You know what I mean? Like
exactly, yeah.
Definitely let you
being
in.
Very personal.
Yeah,
which we will get to on our track by track. Are you ready?
I'm ready, bro.
Track number 1. We got the New York skit produced by Stat Quo. I don't know who that is, but he produced it. It was cool because it had Sway in it. I dig Sway. I listen to his show every morning. But
Sway in the morning.
Yeah. Other than that, I liked it.
It's the intro.
That's the thing.
Basically, what's happening in the intro is he's talking to Sway, kind of like an interview, and he's talking about 50 Cent, and he tells the story of that infamous New York City shootout that they had between the Game's crew and the G Unit crew. And this is after that Hot 97, I think it was, interview where 50 Cent declared that Game was kicked out of G Unit, but he actually wasn't at that time. And he tells the story in there. And then E40 is also in this intro as well. You get to hear his voice a little bit, and they're kind of having a conversation. It was cool. The way he told that story was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'd say this was the best skit so far. It had the comedic side and the serious side, very a very cool contrast, which is something I'm now realizing Game is very good at, because he tends to do that with a lot of his skits. I like the part where he's my friend thought he was shot, but then I was like, nah, man, it's just holes in your jacket. Yeah. That was cool.
The imagery.
Also talking about wearing Converse and stuff like that. I thought it was
slipping around. Yeah. He's wearing Converse.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was a little long, maybe, possibly, but definitely the best skit so far, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was a cool skit.
Okay. Track number 2.
Track 2. This song, I just have to say the title. It sounds like some sort of World's Strongest Man competitor from Iceland or something like that.
Iceland.
It's called Magnus Carlsen, and it's this song is featuring an artist called Anderson .Paak, and it starts with Anderson .Paak singing. He's got a nice, smooth, soulful voice. My buddy over here has something in his fucking eye at the least opportune time.
You got to talk about this while I get this fixed.
Yeah, you fix that. You can go out there and fix it.
Not happening. Okay.
Anyways, I love the voice of this Anderson .Paak guy. I think it's the first I've ever heard of him. I like the flow. It's kind of like a what's happening kind of theme, and he says this over and over again on this song. It's sort of like, what's going on in the world, what's what are we doing in life, and it's a nice message. Game's lyrics are so sick on this. I definitely recommend listening in depth to the lyrics and what he has to say and the message he wants to send you.
And also, aside from the lyrics, it was a really good beat. But what I liked about this beat more than the beat itself was the beat progression. This is one thing where you're listening to the beat and it just gets better and better and more. There's a lot of layers to this beat.
Tell the people what kind of beat it is. What does it sound like?
I couldn't even tell you, because we listened to this just before doing this, and then because there's 18 tracks. Yeah, because there's 18 tracks on this. There's a lot of music up there, and it was, I don't know. It was the last verse was really good.
The last verse was so sick, but for me, I disagree with you a little bit on the beat. It wasn't my favorite beat.
Oh, it wasn't my favorite beat either.
Yeah, and it was kind of boring after a while. You like the progression, but for me,
it gets repetitive.
Yeah,
it's great progression at first, but it gets repetitive. That's what I
if anything I had to say negative about the song is the beat is kind of boring, and Anderson .Paak after a while gets tired because he's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So number 3,
Crenshaw, 808s and Cocaine. What a title! First of all, we got Anderson .Paak once again We got Sonye, I don't know how to pronounce that, and it's produced by THX and Fred Rex. Sorry, I was not looking at the camera when I said that. That was a lot of words, and I can't keep much stuff.
You gotta read too, man.
Yeah, it's true. Bouncy, and I love bouncy songs.
The king of bounce.
I am the king of bounce. Thank you for that.
Big bouncy now.
big goofy turns big bouncy. You heard it here first. What I like about this is it jumps right into the song. We don't really get like progression or like an intro to the song. It really just jumps right into the core of the beat.
Yeah.
And then it stays like that. Which you'd think would get super repetitive, but it really doesn't.
No.
The song has your attention the whole time.
Yeah, it comes off with that beat. It's like a funky LA.
Yeah,
hip hop,
jazzy.
Rap. Jazzy, House of Funk is what I think of when I think of this song. Like it's just like, here's the funk. You know what I mean?
And then it just starts to feel like it's getting repetitive.
Yeah.
Just hits that mark, and then we get an orchestra, which I loved, and then a beat change, and then, it got cooler after the beat change. But I don't know. Thoughts on this song, like overall?
Overall, I think it's a good song. It does get boring after a while and repetitive, like you said.
I think the orchestra and the beat change save that though.
It does. It does save it, but overall, once you're listening to a song and it's like it's done to you in your head, it's like, okay, next song.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. It's not a song that I would be like sitting at home like, I want to hear that song.
Yeah, but if it comes on, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I'll listen to it a little bit. It's nice.
Next song, you want to intro this?
Yeah, next song, track 4. This one is called Gang Bang Anyway, and it's basically just about all these negative aspects to gang banging. You could die and this and that happens, but they'd still do it anyway. Yeah. Basically, hard song. It's featuring Schoolboy Q and J-Rock. So
I want to say this song is in my top 5 on the album.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you.
Fucking
I enjoyed this song. Yeah,
I think it was a really good choice of features. First of all, Schoolboy Q and J-Rock, just even though they weren't in the same verse, they went back and forth. They still had this tendency to bounce off each other, kind of. I liked it a lot. I loved the song.
I liked the song. I liked Game is obviously a well documented Blood. We're affiliated with Bloods, and Schoolboy Q, as far as I know, is affiliated with the Crips.
Yeah,
and J-Rock, judging by the song, is affiliated with Bloods as well. So you kind of get the whole thing, and they talk about Bloods and Crips, and it's just a very Compton area, LA type of song, and it's a nice mix between the artists, like you said.
Short summary for the song, I'd say great contrast, which is what he mentioned. Great lyricism, great message, and no complaints. It's a dope song.
The J-Rock verse, I forgot to mention the J-Rock verse. He comes hard on this song.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed that one probably more than the Schoolboy Q and the Game verses on this one.
Me too. It was fun. But at the same time, all of them killed it.
They all killed it.
J-Rock's was just that good. You haven't even heard J-Rock's album yet.
No, the J-Rock verse though, it stood out to me, man. On this song.
Me too. I wrote that down, actually. I think that's the sole reason I started. Because I was like, oh my god, J-Rock's doing cool things. But, ready for this? 5, The Ghetto. Track 5 is The Ghetto featuring Nas and will.i.am. I was going to start this off by saying, I don't have a deep underlying hate for will.i.am, but I think this track would have been so much better if they were played. The hook could have stayed the same, but if somebody else was doing it other than will.i.am, this is not me hating on will.i.am again, but I just feel like this wasn't his place to be. The song has Nas on it, and Nas fucking brings it too, right? Nas is very strong. Put Anderson .Paak back on.
Yeah.
Or
just put I think at the end there was that girl that was singing.
Yeah.
In the practice, whatever, the behind the scenes kind of clip that they threw in there. And I would have preferred her voice instead of will.i.am's. I think the very first note I took, and first of all, before the song even started, I let it sink in. This is a Nas song. This is going to be introspective. It's
catchy, and you immediately come off with Nas with this strong beat, strong lyrics, strong message. Yeah. You got exactly what you expect from Nas, but it's
But as soon as the song started, man, will.i.am started singing, I'm annoyed already. I didn't particularly like his production on it, and I didn't particularly like what he brought to it. But at the end, there, just stay tuned. At the end, there's a girl with really, really beautiful voice. I don't know who that is, but she has a really, really nice voice, and she's singing the chorus and everything, and it's so much nicer, so much more soulful than will.i.am. And this is a Nas song, so you get what you expect. It's a soulful song. You know what I mean? And will.i.am just didn't really fit on it, but I really like the song, and I really like Nas's verse on it. Oh my Game did not lose to Nas though in this song as far as like how good he brought it.
Here's one thing I noticed that I didn't even bring up to you is we got a beat switch, which I love, and that's because of Bongo, which I should note. You said you weren't writing down the producers, but I just feel I need to note this. Bongo produced a lot of songs.
All the best songs in this song.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Good job, man. If you're not watching this, but good job.
Fucking Bongo.
There was a beat switch on the third verse, I think. No, the fourth verse, because it was the game. And I feel like this beat switch was almost entirely to bring more attention to the game's verse and make it sound better, because he needed to keep up with Nas.
Yeah, it's Nas.
They were like, Nas is doing too good. Give me something cool in the beat that people pay attention to me too.
Stand out. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They want him to stand out as much as Nas. But oh my god! In my notes, I literally just said I love sax because it was a saxophone bar, and then I love Nas in all capitals. Wow.
Nas had one of the best verses. I think his second verse was one of the best verses on this album.
Absolutely.
For sure. And Game, nothing to take away from Game. He brought it on this track too. He really showed why he's so good.
True. Yeah.
Why people think he's so good.
At the same time, though, not a lot of people can compare to Nas.
No. But Game still garners respect from guys like Nas and guys he works with, even Kendrick works with them.
Game, they both brought it. They both fucking brought it. Great track. One of my favorites. At the flute beat, that was cool. I think I'm good with this track. If you're good.
Give me track 6, bro.
Track number 6 from Adam, featuring Lil Wayne, and produced by Cool and Dr. Dre.
Let this sink in for a second. It's a Lil Wayne and Game song. Just think of the kind of songs that they made in the past, and just get eliminate that whole preconception that you have that these guys are gonna make a fucking Lil Wayne type track. This is completely different than anything I've ever heard from these two artists working together. And you...
Okay, I gotta start this. Carter 3 and The Drought 3 are some of my favorite pieces of work ever. Those are Lil Wayne, if you don't know for some reason. And when I saw a feature of Lil Wayne on this album, I did not expect it to sound the way it did.
Yeah.
The hook is Lil Wayne singing, not rapping, but singing with zero auto-tune. It's a song about gangs, about Bloods more than anything, and the way it makes him sound like naked, right? And it makes it sound so much more personal and so much more soulful, which you don't expect from Lil Wayne. And that's not me bashing him, obviously. Like I prefaced, preface. All right, I love Lil Wayne.
These are compliments. What you're saying, honesty, naked, raw, true. And then that's what Game's lyrics are. I think the reason they did that, we talked about this before, is Game's lyrics on this song are very personal. They're very honest.
And his flow almost sounds like he's drunk.
Yeah.
Not hammered, but he slurs his words, and I love that. It makes it sound it gives it a whole nother level of person.
It's an honest peek into his life, and he's having a moment of reflection, and he's drunk, and it's kind of I can't remember the name of the track, but there's a track on Documentary 1 like that, where he's just drunk, and it's a honest peek into who he really is, and he's just sort of reflecting and talking about positive stuff. But this is a positive record too.
Yeah, which and what you were saying about the drunkenness and being personal really ties into Wayne being on the chorus, which is probably why that makes sense, because it's about seeing somebody's true colors and just seeing anyways.
So much more layers on this song than I've ever heard from a Game and Lil Wayne track. So I was super impressed and surprised by this. And you at first you had mixed feelings about the song before.
Yeah, I listened to this song. I've heard this probably 8 or 9 times now. Maybe 10. Just because first of all, I'm a big Lil Wayne fan, and also because I wanted to understand, and I just wanted to get this. If you watch the Lupe Fiasco fucking album review we did, you see that sometimes I get a tendency to get really into things and look them up and try and get the meanings, and that was me for this song. I didn't look it up, but I studied this song and I wanted to know why they did what they did, and I'm very happy with it. that song.
Yeah, I enjoyed the song. Track number 7 is Gang Related, featuring a lovely woman by the name of Asia.
Not the continent.
Not the continent.
It is a woman.
Just a woman, and it's a slow, softer beat.
Produced by Bongo once again.
Again by Bongo. They introduced more pianos and plush sounds into this song. How did you feel about this one, man?
I liked it. Simplistic piano beat, and then for the outro we get a skit once again.
Yeah.
A lot of skits. This album itself is very skit heavy, which I don't mind though, because a lot of the skits tend to be in the songs themselves. I do think it's a weaker track.
I enjoyed this track.
Yeah.
I liked Game's lyrics on it. I liked Asia's voice on it. I liked the contrast between like his raspy, his Game's voice is very raw and raspy and guttural.
Did you not think it got repetitive in the slightest?
In a little bit, but I like the balance between the different types of voices that you hear, and then the beat was enjoyable for me. I like pianos on beats. I like softer beats. Like, it's very easy to listen to. It's nothing that you want to get too into, but it's fun if you just have it playing in the back or something like that, and you just hear it, and it's a good fucking song.
I get that.
This is the type of song I would probably sit around and just want to listen to by myself. It's a good song.
I get that completely.
Yeah.
Here's next one. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Honestly, at the same time, I respect that, but I thought that was a weaker track. But this one.
Oh man. The man is a little ill. Excuse us, but
you intro this. I need to go fucking puke up a lot. Hi guys.
Yeah. So track number 8, guys. This is Last Time You Seen, featuring Scarface, and Last Time You Seen is referring to Tupac. This whole song is about last time you've seen Tupac, and I don't think Game's ever met Tupac or anything like that, but he does talk about the influences that Tupac's life had on him.
Which is why it's a great choice of features for the song.
Yeah.
We have Scarface, we have Stacey Barth. I don't know if she has anything to do with
I think
Tupac.
she's just a voice.
But anybody who knows anything about Tupac knows that him and Scarface were very close.
Made some good tracks together.
Scarface had a really good interview with Sway talking about Tupac. And I thought it's a very personal track once again, which I really dig with this side of the album, because I feel like it does get a lot more in depth.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll save that for the very end of the video. Never mind.
Yeah, they talk about, Game talks about Tupac's death, and he talks about, all the people that know who shot him and know who killed him and things like that. And he basically brings it back to, it's a conspiracy theory. And, he brings up the Illuminati and things like that. Basically things that everybody already knows and everybody already talks about online.
He does touch on a lot of deaths in hip hop though.
Yeah.
He talks about
Biggie's death.
There was another one too.
Eazy-E.
Eazy-E. And there was another one on top of Eazy though. I don't know who it was. There was definitely Biggie, Eazy-E, and Tupac. There might have been another one. And I like that. The song obviously revolves more around Tupac, but there's a lot in there. There's a lot of layers to this song, once again.
Yeah. Yeah, and Scarface, Nas's bars on verses on this album were he's just coming out and rapping, and he's dropping sick bars and shit. But Scarface's is
we get actually no, let me rephrase that. We get good lyricism, but a great verse.
Yeah.
And then we get a phone conversation with Scarface. I'm not sure who was on the other end though.
Don't know. It sounded like an interview for sure though.
Yeah, but it was definitely some sort of a phone interview with Scarface. And then Scarface comes in.
Yeah.
And it goes from good lyricism and a great verse to great lyricism and fucking phenomenal verse.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I've never this not a lot of songs actually are actually jaw dropping. You'll hear it, but you don't actually go.
Not many verses are perfect.
Yeah.
And what he was doing, it was very suitable. He was telling basically a story and sort of giving you his message about Tupac in that story. Lyricism was on point. What he was trying to accomplish, he did, and it was, as far as what he was doing, it was perfect. It was a perfect addition.
Super well done. Yeah. This is definitely my top 3 on the album. This might be one of my favorites.
This probably is my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah, from this album. I got more notes on it, actually. Scarface shows why he's a legend. Beat, for me, was, if anything is a negative, the beat was okay. It wasn't too much. But you know what? I kind of understand it now, looking back.
Yeah, I think that was important because they didn't want to take away from...
Exactly that, yeah.
And then the outro.
Yeah.
Where it's just what was...
That's Game.
Wait, no, I can't remember exactly what it says. Last time you seen. Oh, yeah, it's like, when's the last time you seen Tupac, and the mirror, and then.
In the mirror, yeah.
Game's like in the mirror, and then it ends.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I like that a lot.
In the mirror yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next song, ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Number 9, Intoxicated, featuring Dion. This is spelled so weird. Produced by Khalil. First of all, the beat, Khalil's beat, is it sounds intoxicated, which I like. It's not that important, but it's like it's a song titled "Drunk," and it sounds drunk.
Probably where they got the title from is from the beat itself.
Very creative.
Yeah, it was an awesome beat though. Like it was a sick beat.
It was bouncy. It was a very refreshing style, not only for the beat but also for the people rapping on it.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the content of the rapping, the subject matter?
Okay, like that intro to this song. What the fuck was that?
It's like that through the entire thing.
Yeah, right.
It's just talking about sex,
Giving
blowjobs,
dick, getting head.
dicks. Yeah, this song's a bunch of dicks, and I guess that's why it's called Intoxicated. Also because, what do you do when you get drunk? You whip your dick out.
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah,
it's like you get intoxicated, you have fun at a party, and then you have sex after.
That's literally all.
And it's just,
but it's a cool.
So awkward at the beginning, though.
Yeah, it is awkward. But
So
I like
awkward.
it though. I like this song. I think I started. Actually, I didn't start.
Whoever started this song,
no, it's a weaker
I think
song.
it was Dion. It's a weaker song, yeah. And whoever started it, I think it was Dion, who started the song with like he's acting like he's a DJ.
Okay, yeah, okay,
right?
That's I forgot. I said that the intro was too long.
Oh fuck, it was long.
Yeah, it was too long of an intro, weaker track, but then it gets cool. Sorry, no,
the beat is cool. Yeah. Yeah, like the intro is so awkward and so weird, and it's just like, what are you even talking about? What relevance does this have to anything? Like, I don't know. I was almost like, skip this song.
I did like it was a cool like guitar part in the beat though. And I liked
the beat was solid. I actually wrote down in the notes here that they wasted this beat on like just random talking and nonsense where they could have had maybe DJ Quick on this song, or E40 coming in the song, or Too Short, or any West Coast rapper who's like solid always.
If you
kill it.
If you threw Nas on this song too.
Nas could have done it. Like you could have put Too Short on this song, and he could have been dirty, but fucking good. Like
you could have put Tyga on the song. And
fuck that. No.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah,
you got this one.
This is Quick's Groove featuring DJ Quick. Oh, he's in the title.
And Sven, Streeter, and Micah, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And it's produced by
DJ Quick.
Yeah. And this is a good song. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
It's got like a 60s vibe, so it's obviously going to be bouncy. And it's like, it's a feel-good song. It's very refreshing.
2 words to describe it before you go ahead. G-Funk.
Man, I just realized something. When I was talking about the last song with like the refreshing, bouncy, and dick, that was all this song.
No.
Intoxicated didn't talk about dick at all.
Yeah, it's about having sex. It's about partying and having sex.
Okay, so
it's a good night song.
Yeah, so this one is about dick and sex and stuff, and the other one I ain't even talk about. I guess it was that bad.
No, Intoxicated. That intro though, like that's what that was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
The intro was like but this song, Micah's talking about getting head and stuff like that, and it's like your G-Funk song, like with the beat. Sorry, DJ Quick's verse is like it was okay. It was pretty good. It definitely added to the song.
Yeah.
Game's verse was nothing too special on the song. But I really like the beat for this one.
Yeah, so this is one of the best beats on the entire album.
Yeah, and it's DJ Quick. That's what you expect from him.
But it's too long.
Yeah, it was too long. But it was an old school beat, so saved it for me.
It would have been really cool. Like I don't think a beat switch was necessary,
but it
would have helped a lot.
Like they weren't creative enough, I think, with the lyrics to make it not sound repetitive and not sound stale after a couple minutes.
Yeah,
I think if they did a better job lyrically and they did a better job with their wordplay,
or if they had a better feature.
Yeah, I mean DJ Quick was good.
That's not me shitting on the features either. Like DJ Quick actually had a really cool verse. I liked it a lot. But like if they had,
it wasn't.
I don't know. I don't want
maximized. It wasn't like put in the right way.
I don't want to take out any of these features, but like you'll see like. Is it the next song? There's a song on here that has like too many features on it.
It's not the next one, but I think it's track 12.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, it is the next. Yeah, but if there was many features on this song as there were on track 12, I think it would have helped keep this track alive. 14, so not 12. But it would have helped keep this track alive, and it would have had much better progression. But crazy beat. That's where I'm gonna leave it. And I'm very sorry that I got 9 confused with this one as far as the subject matter goes. I have a missing chromosome, and I'm sick, so things happen. Track 11, Outside, featuring E40, Marcus Black, and Lil E. Produced by, I have no clue, I didn't write it down. I literally wrote the word prod and then stopped. So
I wrote the word. Well, yeah, it's an E40 song, so E40 is sick. His flow is sick on this, always is. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I wasn't too impressed by the song. There's nothing else that really stood out as positive other than E40's verse. I thought the beat was not very interesting. Game's verse was nothing exciting.
It was like a bouncy piano, which you don't get.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it was nothing. Great.
It was different, but it wasn't special.
And it's one of those songs where it's all about bragging and about what you got and what you're doing and where you're from and blah blah blah.
Not a very strong subject matter.
Yeah, and like it's okay to brag, but I mean, if you have something interesting or cool or like you know how like Lil Wayne will brag, but he does it in an interesting way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like this had nothing interesting about it. It was just, and this is actually produced by Travis Barker.
Really?
Yeah. This is the song that was produced by Travis Barker, so I wrote this one down.
Huh.
So the production was like, I don't know, I guess he's a rookie producer. But the beat was bouncy, but yeah. Other than that, like
it wasn't all there, in my opinion at least.
Yeah,
I don't think it was all
there. It was featuring Lil E as well.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's go.
Track number 12, Up on the Wall, featuring
Ty Dolla,
Problem, Ty Dolla, and YG.
Yeah.
Produced by
I think this
Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought it was going to be a banger. We both thought it was going to be a banger before we played it.
On paper, it sounded like a banger.
Yeah, and then it was a cool beat, but it wasn't like a banger beat. Had a really cool line about a cigarette, which I really liked. It was like, if somebody tries to steal my cigarettes, I'm going to put a pencil in their neck or something like that. I really liked that. That was fucking cool. But other than that, there was nothing too special. Definitely a weaker song in my opinion.
Yeah. Like,
and the vocals were boring.
Yeah, the vocals were boring. It was a cool beat. Basically, the song is about being from the West Coast, and he makes a lot of interesting, like, the best thing about this song, other than the beat, was Game's verses. They were pretty witty and things like that, and good one-liners. He makes a lot of references to the West Coast, you know, like music, albums, or like movies and things like that are very West Coast or about Compton and the West Side and stuff like that.
Which definitely helps the song.
Yeah, it makes gives it something to like even care about or listen for, but other than that, it's not a song that I'm going to rush to listen to by any means. It was an okay song, one of the weaker ones for me on this album.
Yeah, speaking of weaker songs, here's a weaker skit. Sex Skit, Unlucky track number 13, produced by Bongo, which I was really hoping it would be better because it was produced by Bongo, who I'm really digging, by the way.
Yeah.
But it was kind of boring, a little awkward. There was one cool thing where he was like, let's do it doggy, and no, she was like, do it doggy, and he was like, I ain't Snoop.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot.
I'm coming on top.
Yeah.
Basically, this song is about, well, it's not even a song, it's a skit. Just takes you like, a buddy drops him off at this girl's house that he fucks with, and it's not his girlfriend. They make that very clear. She's just some girl that he goes and has sex with, and
unheard of.
Yeah, and he makes like stupid jokes like, I'm just gonna be in and out, like literally in and out, and he goes there, and the entire skit is like 2 minutes of this entire scene where they're like, she's listening to really loud music, he's banging on the door, he comes in, let's go, let's fuck, bitch, like that kind of attitude towards her, and she's like, what, don't call me, like, it's like so like, do you need all this in there? Like,
he changed the song under stereo to a really bouncy track.
To like a breakdancing song.
Yeah, which was cool because it like gave the song something else. Not the song, sorry. It gave the skit something else. But for the most part, it was still like...
It was pointless. It didn't give me anything. At some points, it was uncomfortable the way he was talking to her. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the language he was using towards her, and then... vice versa, and it was like awkward.
With the heavy breathing and shit.
They're saying weird things, and then all of a sudden they're having sex, and it's just like, that does not happen in reality, and if it does, that's fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm ready to, I want to, let's switch it up. You introduce the next one.
Yeah, the next one is My Flag / The Homies, and this is the song that we were referring to earlier with like so many features on it. The features that we have here are Ty Dolla $ign, J305, AD or Ad, Mitch E. Slick, Joe Moses, RJ Scheme,
And it's produced by DJ Mustard and T. Allison.
Yeah. It's a hard song.
Yeah. I mean...
There's a beat switch.
Yeah. Murder on a beat.
Yeah.
It was grimy.
Yeah.
And I like that it goes into a skit, and then we get a beat switch, and then it gets a little better.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. That probably saved the track for me personally. Then again, beat switches, I guess that's the purpose of beat switches, is to, like, save
add
tracks.
some flavor.
Yeah. But it definitely, without that beat switch, this would have been a fucking awful song.
I still think it was an awful song.
It was.
Weak lyrics, weak flow, weak everything, weak features.
With that many features, and names, you expect it to be, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get that many. As an example, Mercy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you get a lot of big names. Or Click, a lot of big names, and you expect it to be a good song because of so many big names. But this one, it was like, it's almost like they weren't working together. It's like they all made singles and then put a verse from each single together and put it on the song.
The garbage verse they put on here. This song's a clusterfuck.
It's a throwaway song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next one. Track 15 is Moment of Violence featuring John Connor, and what was the other feature on here? There's two other features.
King Mez. King Mez, JT, and John Connor.
Yeah, and it's a simple rhyme scheme kind of song, produced by A-B kind of rhyme scheme.
Yeah, produced by the Futuristics. I feel I should add that. That's the only song on here they produced, and it was a pretty cool beat. Grimy, different, grimy. There was a beat change. The vocals were crazy, and the switch up really was fucking sick, dude.
The switch up was sick. The overall feel of the song for me sounded like Oxymoron, the Schoolboy Q album, which was a great album. To me, it sounded a little bit like that. It was a cool beat switch. Other than that, I think the song wasn't that great.
No,
it wasn't.
I think it was a cool switch up of a track. Like, it was different.
Yeah,
and it gave the album more flavor. But perhaps the switch up could have been done better. It wasn't that good of a song.
It went from being harder, and then I should mention that the switch up makes it a little more softer, lighter, more I don't know, R&B-ish for the second half.
If Schoolboy Q was on this track, it would have saved it for me.
Yeah.
Like we were saying that.
Yeah. If Schoolboy Q had a similar verse to what he had earlier in this album, on this one, it would have fit in so well with that beat.
Absolutely. Now we got a Like Father, Like Son 2, track number 16, featuring Busta Rhymes, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Produced by The Alchemist, which is a dope name, by the way. What on earth was that?
It was like a motorcycle.
It was a plane. Okay, slow progression.
slow progression on this song. It's but they do it for a reason. It's a very meaningful song. It's literally about his son, and this is father and son too. So you actually do have, I think, at the beginning of the song, before you hear either Game's voice or Busta Rhymes' voice, you hear Game's son's voice talking about his dad,
which gives it a really different feel. Obviously, if you put your son on a track, it gives it a really personal feel.
Yeah.
But it was a personal feel beyond the personal feels we got so far, because it wasn't talking about shit you've been through or shit that's happened. It was literally just putting the core of the story on there and letting it tell the story for you. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
Yeah, and it was very genuine, very honest.
Yeah.
That's one thing that stood out for me. Busta Rhymes had, I think, just was on the hook.
Yeah.
He wasn't too involved. His voice was nice on it. It was nice to hear Busta Rhymes.
I think my only real complaint on this was that Busta should have had a verse. And I get that it was a really good song, and it doesn't need a Busta verse.
Yeah. But
I think a Busta verse would have made this a lot better.
I agree with you, and the beat was kind of boring as well after a while. It was just it's like a song after a few minutes. It's okay, I've had enough of it. This was nice. It was a feel-good kind of song when you have anybody's son talking about their dad and how much they love them, and he's talking about how great his dad is at the end there, saying my dad hustled to get me out of Compton and give me a better life. And then I think a younger son of Game comes on the track as well, saying, hey, I want to say something about my dad too. And it was a nice touch, I think, and it definitely has its place on this album.
Yeah.
They executed well on it. I think it wasn't a bad song.
Absolutely. But it was a little long. Track number 17. This is the only song on the whole fucking album
with no feature.
Doesn't have a feature. It's called Life, produced by Tone Mason, and
they did have there was no official feature, but they did have a female voice.
Yeah. That
I really liked her voice on it. I might have been the same chick that I liked earlier. I really liked her voice for this song. It's a very introspective song. It has good lyrics.
Yeah,
I
strong
enjoyed
message,
it.
strong lyricism, and cool one-liners. Like, more than just cool lyrics, it's cool one-liners. Like,
The one-liner that I wrote down that struck a chord with me is like, there's more to life than Gucci and Louis Vuitton, baby. And this song is basically just about life. It's life. That's what it's called. It's about living life. It's about
the board game.
No.
It's not about the board game. So.
It's about life, and it's about living life in a good way and living life like he makes another comment about going to church. He's like, just because you go to church doesn't mean you're a good Christian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just saying like you don't just do things to say you're good or to show that you're good. You actually have to be good. You actually have to live your life with those morals and with those ethics. And he just talks about how he does that in his own life and how hard it is sometimes and things like that. So for me, it was a good song. I always like songs that have a good message and have something meaningful to take away from it that you can sort of like, hey, I can put that into my life, and that, you know, adds to my life, and it makes my life a little bit more directed and a little bit helps me be a better person at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's something good to take away, I guess. And then track 18 is a big one.
Okay. Before we played this, I hadn't heard this yet. I'd listened to about half the album before we listened to it together, and the other ones I had heard, but just like kind of like, you know, when like going to sleep when you listen to an album, you don't really pay attention to it that much.
No.
But like, I hadn't heard this song yet. This is called El Chapo featuring Skrillex.
Let me just tell about the title, where this comes from. If you've heard the words El Chapo before, it's probably in the news because the name of this song is named after that notorious gang leader or drug lord from Mexico who, like, in the past few months, like, escaped from prison and things like that. I looked up the meaning of El Chapo. All I could find, and maybe like any Spanish-speaking watchers of this or listeners of this can correct me, but from what I found, the definition in Spanish or in English, sorry, of El Chapo means the midget. And I guess that doesn't really make sense or is relevant or anything to the song, but El Chapo is this infamous drug lord from Mexico, and Skrillex is producing this one. Take this one home, buddy.
Fucking banger.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. On a serious note, I don't know why I had to go down for the serious note. Actually, this is a serious note. Let's come forwards a bit.
Yeah,
like, put your hands here.
We're just talk to the people.
So this is a banger. Let me
Hell
say
yeah.
that first of all. You're going to be my backup guy. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Banger.
Banger.
Fucking cool.
So cool.
They speak Spanish.
Espanol.
The flow is really well done, and it's a different side of game that we've never seen previously.
Refined.
Well done. I really don't have that much to say. I thought it was a really cool outro to the album, like a really good ending track to a really good album, I think.
Yeah.
And not flawless, but it fits perfectly.
This is, yeah.
It's a different side of game that we have never seen, and they give it to us right at the very end. And I think that's a really cool thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah. It ends off this album, just like the first disc on this one, it ends with the big exclamation mark. You know what I mean? Like, it was such a good song, such a good beat, I think. Comes with just bars on this song.
Yeah.
And it's a faster paced song. He just brings it. He stepped up to the challenge lyrically as well. It's so enjoyable. For me, this was one of my favorite tracks. Definitely in my top 5. Are we doing a top 5?
We could, but actually no, it's not. We didn't write it down. That's like way too long. We can say top 5, but in no particular order.
Yeah, we can just 2 songs that stick out to you.
El Chapo and Gang Bang Away.
I would say El Chapo and sorry, I threw my notes over there like a fucking
Actually, I'm gonna say
idiot.
Gang Bang Away, The Ghetto, From Adam, and El Chapo.
You can't say like 5 songs now.
Well, there's 5. It's top 5, motherfucker.
We're not doing top 5. Where's the one with Scarface? What's that one called again? Talk to Tupac. Have you seen him?
Last time you seen
him.
Who is this guy?
I'm some amateur jabroni. But yeah, it's that Scarface song was so sick for me.
Yeah.
The Nas song, which is The Ghetto.
Yeah.
And El Chapo was like the banger of this, the only banger on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there were potentials for more good bangers, but there just weren't.
They didn't.
Not that you need bangers on songs. Please do not misunderstand this by any means. I'm just saying, like, okay.
Just adds another dimension, adds another layer, gives you more to listen to.
Now for album notes, I just want to say that the album flowed very well. Every song transitions into the next one perfectly. I'm gonna say I really respect that on albums. When a piece of work feels more like a piece of art as opposed to an album.
Yeah.
Like made to listen to the whole way through. That's really nice for me.
Yeah.
And the track, one thing I have for this album is the tracks are very hit or miss. It's either really good song, or really mediocre. Like we got some songs on here like we're super amped and we're let down.
Yeah.
And then we got some tracks where we were fucking blown away by them. But
Yeah.
how many songs on here are just like, meh? It's either bad or good.
You know what? I'm gonna disagree with you because I'm comparing this to disc 1. I think disc 1 had more songs that were like, okay, there were some really cool songs on that one. You know what I mean? But there were some really shitty songs on that one. And the subject matter and the lyrics on that one were, like, for certain songs were so bad. And the one that sticks out to me is, like, I'm going to give this second disc a better grade simply because Standing on Ferraris is not on this disc.
Okay.
Standing on Ferraris...
Jake, can you remember what you rated the last one?
What I rated that one? Yeah, I remember.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay. I rated the last one an 8.7, I believe.
Yeah.
This one's an 8.8.
That's
Just
a really high rating.
Barely better, but better.
Better. It is better.
I don't want it to touch a 9 because I haven't seen a 9 yet. And I
haven't seen a 9. 8.8 is fucking high though.
Yeah.
I went 8.25 for the last disc.
Okay.
For the second disc, I'm gonna go a solid 8.5. To me, it's just under an A because there are some weak tracks, and not necessarily a game's fault. It's just like sometimes it is game's fault where he's rapping kind of about the same thing and it gets stale. That's kind of subject matter. Like I'm hard, I'm this and that, I'm from Compton, I'm fucking gangbanger, I'm a blood, blah blah blah. That gets kind of stale after a while, so yeah, I guess it's kind of game's fault. But a lot of the features that he had kind of failed, and I think some of the beats that he had weren't too great on this one. But I think overall this album is more meaningful than the first album.
The subject matter is a lot more relevant.
And you have Nas on this one. You have Lil Wayne, who just I thought this is one of the better Lil Wayne songs I've heard in a long time. Schoolboy Q,
J-Rock,
Scarface,
J-Rock, Busta, like all these big names. Fucking E40, like
E40's on this one, like DJ Quick.
Really, yeah.
You know what I mean? The only critique, big critique I have about this is like every song has at least one feature on it, except for that one song, Life.
Yeah. But that wasn't even that good of a song.
I like that song.
Also,
actually.
a lot of the songs on this album tend to go on too long. Maybe that's I'm out of place by saying that, and I'm sorry if I am, but you probably saw it too. We had in our notes, we have notes, likes and dislikes, and a lot of the dislike columns we said too long.
I agree with you there. I think there shouldn't be many songs over 4 minutes on an album.
Yeah.
I think your important songs should be maybe more than 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think generally try to keep them less than 4 minutes. Yeah. Around the 3 minute mark, because honestly we're millennials, we get fucking tired of listening to the same shit.
It's true.
We are all ADD in our generation, so fuck that.
Yeah,
keep them short.
Fuck that. And that's how we're gonna end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a really cool one to review, I think.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. This is our last review.
Ever?
I'm just kidding. There'll be many more to come.
Okay, sneak peek of things that I wanna fucking talk about in the future that we will, because I'm in fucking charge. Vic Mensa's Traffic. Expect a review of Vic Mensa's Traffic, Lil Wayne's next album. I can't think of any more.
The Kanye album that will be coming out.
Swish, whatever he's gonna call it.
I think there's a Will Smith album coming out. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. The Kendrick and J. Cole album coming out.
Oh yeah.
We got basically any big name. We're gonna fucking talk about it. And I really want to talk about what are they called?
Underachievers?
Yeah, the Underachievers Evermore, which is an album that my friend just showed me. I think it was released reasonably soon, not soon,
recent.
Yeah, recent, and really good. Check that one out. Might do a review on it. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. If you guys want us to review that,
leave a comment.
We both have our Snapchats and Twitter on our YouTube page, so hit us up there. Let us know if you want us to review something in specific. Other than that, It's been fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody.
Bye. Awesome.
I'm doing the big goofy wave. Oh shit! Beat it. What does it sound like?
I couldn't even tell you because we listened to this just before doing this, and then because there's 18 tracks. Yeah, because there's 18 tracks on this. There's a lot of music up there, and like it was, I don't know, it was the last verse was really good.
The last verse was so sick, but for me, I disagree with you a little bit on the beat. It wasn't my favorite beat.
Oh, it wasn't my favorite beat either.
Yeah, and it was kind of boring after a while. You like the progression, but for me,
it gets repetitive.
Yeah,
it's great progression at first, but it gets repetitive. That's what I
if anything, I had to say negative about the song is the beat is kind of boring, and Anderson .Paak after a while gets tired because he's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So number 3,
Crenshaw, 808s and Cocaine. What a title! First of all, we got Anderson .Paak once again. We got Sonye, I don't know how to pronounce that, and it's produced by THX and Fred Reck. Sorry, I was not looking at the camera when I said that. That was a lot of words, and I can't keep much stuff.
You gotta read too, man.
Yeah, it's true. Bouncy, and I love bouncy songs.
The king of bounce.
I am the king of bounce. Thank you for that.
Big bouncy now.
big goofy turned big bouncy. You heard it here first. What I like about this is it jumps right into the song. We don't really get like progression or like an intro to the song. It really just jumps right into the core of the beat.
Yeah.
And then it stays like that. Which you'd think would get super repetitive, but it really doesn't.
No.
The song has your attention the whole time.
Yeah, what comes off with that beat, it's like a funky LA hip hop
jazzy,
jazzy, House of Funk is what I think of when I think of this song. Like it's just like, here's the funk, you know what I mean?
And then it just starts to feel like it's getting repetitive.
Yeah,
just hits that mark, and then we get an orchestra, which I loved, and then a beat change, and then it got cooler after the beat change, but I don't know. Thoughts on this song, like overall?
Overall, I think it's a good song. It does get boring after a while and repetitive, like you said.
I think the orchestra and the beat change save that though.
It does. It does save it, but overall, once you listen to a song and it's like it's done to you in your head, it's like okay, next song.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. It's not a song that I would be like sitting at home like I want to hear that song.
Yeah, but if it comes on, you're like, oh okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I'll listen to it a little bit. It's nice.
Next song, you want to intro this?
Yeah, next song, track 4. This one is called
Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to, I don't even know which album review this is. This could be 5.
This is 5.
6. Is this 5?
This is 5.
Last time we did the documentary 2. We forgot to mention that it was disc 1. But it was disc 1. And this is the documentary 2.5, disc 2. So much game. So much game. It was a big album with a lot of songs. And then we got just as big of an album. I think there's one less song on this, but just so much game in so little time after not hearing like a lot of game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm digging it.
I'm digging it too, man. It was 2 solid records. Well, like one record, but whatever. Like 2 solid parts to it. Different feels for both, I think. Tells a really good story. He goes into more personal stories. I haven't heard that from Game in a while, probably since documentary 1. It was so many different sides of Game that we got to see, which is fun when you see like the true sides of an artist. You know what I mean? Like
exactly, yeah.
Definitely let you
being
in.
Very personal.
Yeah,
which we will get to on our track by track. Are you ready?
I'm ready, bro.
Track number 1. We got the New York skit produced by Stat Quo. I don't know who that is, but he produced it. It was cool because it had Sway in it. I dig Sway. I listen to his show every morning. But
Sway in the morning.
Yeah. Other than that, I liked it.
It was an intro.
That's the thing.
Basically, what's happening in the intro is he's talking to Sway, kind of like an interview, and he's talking about 50 Cent, and he tells the story of that infamous New York City shootout that they had between the Game's crew and the G Unit crew. And this was after that Hot 97, I think it was, interview where 50 Cent declared that Game was kicked out of G Unit, but he actually wasn't at that time. And he tells the story in there. And then E40 is also in this intro as well. You get to hear his voice a little bit, and they're kind of having a conversation. It was cool. the way he told that story was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'd say this was the best skit so far. It had the like comedic side and the serious side, very like a very cool contrast, which is something I'm now realizing Game is very good at, because he tends to do that with a lot of his skits. Like I like the part where he's like, my friend thought he was shot, but then I was like, nah, man, it's just holes in your jacket.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool.
The imagery.
Yeah, also like talking about like wearing Converse and stuff like that. Like, I thought it was
slipping around.
Yeah,
he's wearing Converse.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was a little long, maybe, possibly, but definitely the best skit so far, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was a close cut.
Okay,
track
number 2.
Track 2. This song, I just have to say the title. It sounds like some sort of World's Strongest Man competitor from like Iceland or something like that.
Iceland.
It's called Magnus Carlsen, and it's this song is featuring an artist called Anderson .Paak, and it starts with Anderson .Paak singing. He's got like a nice, smooth, soulful voice. My buddy over here has something in his fucking eye at the least opportune time.
You got to talk about this while I get this fixed.
Yeah, you fix that. You can go out there and fix it.
Not happening. Okay.
Anyways, I love the voice of this Anderson .Paak guy. I think it's the first I've ever heard of him. I like the flow. It's kind of like a what's happening kind of theme, and he says this over and over again on this song. It's sort of like, what's going on in the world, what's what are we doing in life, and it's a nice message. Game's lyrics are so sick on this. I definitely recommend listening in depth to the lyrics and what he has to say and the message he wants to send you.
And also, aside from the lyrics, it was a really good beat. But what I liked about this beat more than the beat itself was the beat progression. This is one thing where like you're listening to the beat and it just gets better and better and more. Like, there's a lot of layers to this beat.
Tell the people what kind of